I do not want it to be on. You know what? In the morning, you know what? In the morning, I get to bring show and tell at my store. I get to bring show and tell in the morning. Show and tell is when you bring a book and you bring something to tell about. That's light. Really light.
Well, we're just trying to, we can't let the black from the charcoal interfere with the painting. You gotta really,
So it looks like you just painted in, you didn't really draw it. So
well, the pencil comes through the oil paint and it interferes with the painting.
Ah.
So sometimes to make somebody look like something using just lines is quite a bit different than making them look like themselves using paint. You got a lot more tools when you paint with a brush. You got light and dark everywhere and color in every shade. So,
Are you gonna mix the colors up?
huh?
Are you gonna mix the colors up? Is what she just asked you.
Well, you know, I used to mix the colors in shades like light to dark and flesh color.
To make skin color, you
Yeah.
have to mix white and brown, I would think.
Well, I would mix 5 different rows. I'd mix light to dark, and I would make red, black, orange, yellow, and a flesh color.
To make what?
To paint the painting, I would have all those colors. I would mix them all up in rows. But now I stopped doing it because it restricts you a little bit. You paint the painting, and more or less it happens by itself.
How to make a butterfly?
You don't have to.
No, it's like this, Ricky. It's like this.
You don't have to mix it really.
Okay. I need to put that. Wait.
He was a great man.
I'm awake. I'm going to water.
You're awfully lucky to have a grandfather.
So I stand back in front of you. Yes, I'm going to jump. Oh no,
Well, you know, when you paint somebody, there's always you always have the same thing for everybody. You have eyeballs and nose, ears. So in many ways, you're like so many other people.
Honey. And in other ways, not at all.
Right. And the reason how how you're different is very subtle.
Look, Mommy, look at this.
Oh, wow. No, that's half a piece of fish. There's still half left. Okay?
Well, you're a great fish eater.
Do we have more stuffing?
Yes, there's more stuffing.
Okay.
Well, I guess I should try stuffing on Helen.
Oh, yeah. Drew loves it. So does Maggie. All of them. All 3 of them.
It seems like it's
just
perfect.
stovetop stuffing, and it's real quick to make. That's all it
It
is.
takes like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yep. And boy, did they eat the heck out of it.
Well, move your chair over that way a little bit. That way this light hits you. This light in this lamp, there's special bulbs that emulate daylight.
Too light.
Is that the thing to steady your hand?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
This is called a mole stick.
Let me see what Saber has.
Oh, that's neat. Oh, wow.
Except things don't really help the old man. His eyes are failing. Yeah, a little milk or whatever you have. So
Where's your drink?
it's still coming. Well, it's so much fun to be here actually painting. It really took a long time to get
I call
started.
it fun. I call it very horrible.
What do you mean horrible?
I don't like painting. Not fun.
How many times did it happen?
What?
How many times have you done this?
No, it's boring sitting here.
Side.
You're being
Now.
goofy.
Buster. Whoa.
No?
Hmm?
I'm not.
You know? Well, tell me about your hair.
What do you mean?
How is it going?
Good. I'm growing my bangs out.
Yeah.
And I think it's very beautiful.
Your bangs are out. That's right.
I'm growing them out.
No. I know how that is.
Stay down here, relax. Relax.
Well, I'm finishing eating.
Well, you can eat down here
Could
too.
I have some lemonade?
You can eat down here
This is
too.
cool.
Well, be careful. You gotta be careful of this table. You can't have this table be knocked around. Of course, you're used to it with a big tall glass of milk like that. You probably never spill them at all. Well, I guess we don't really have much to show on the canvas.
I gotta do my homework.
I can count.
Ow. Me, and me is what you have to sell. You have you have 5 things to sell. Me. How do you make that nice white color?
This white? Oh, that's the canvas. Oh, this. See, I'm just matching the color, the lip color, the cheek color. And now I'm going to work on your hair color.
Skin color. The skin color is so
Well, you
hard.
use very pure colors. You use white, this yellow, and that red, and a little bit of this, and that's all you mix. And if you want to get a little bit grayer, you mix some of this blue, cerulean blue. So really, it's just cadmium yellow, Naples yellow, white, and bright red, or some of that. And like to mix up this dark color
I think
here.
that the red at the very end of my eyes doesn't look like it should be there.
Oh, there?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a little bit there, but it may be overblown here. But by mixing like some of this dark green, green vert with a brown matter alizarin, you can get a neutral color that's kind of gray, but not so. You want excitement, see, by mixing the shortest amount of distance to get what you want, it makes it more exciting.
That's what the burrowing thing I have to do.
Well, I wonder if homework's supposed to be fun.
It's not supposed to. 6, 8. So. I'm running out! 2, 4. Oh, sorry. Is that a little too list? No, it's just regular. 4. How many 5? 5. That's not 5. It's 2s or 3s. I hate my 2s or 3s. I hate my 2s tables and I don't know. Real subtract 9. I don't want to subtract 9 or 7 or 6. I do want to subtract 5. You get 9.
Right.
9 hit. This. 4. Yes. Each bat is worth 3.5. Hey,
Why are you getting
Oh, this here?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's the toilet paper. I used to wipe my brush on.
Now let me see how you're doing.
Well, I'm working on your eye right now.
Looks more like you're working on my hair.
Well, I was putting in some color for your hair, but now we're trying to fill in your eye.
Here's my,
It's starting to look like a paint by number.
Yeah.
let me see paint by number.
Well, you know, they say that the whole human person is in the eye. So when you paint the iris, you have to account for the whole person.
Oh. You got her eyes.
The little color,
Yes.
the little pattern, everybody's is different, see? And so the artist has to, it's like
Mommy.
painting a fingerprint.
All I've done
Really?
is two or three rows.
Mom, can I do
Isn't that
Play-Doh? Mom, can I do
Keep
Play-Doh?
I hate this.
I don't care.
I
As
hate
long as you have to clean it
Mom,
up
guess
though.
what? You know, if I got one bonus right, and I got one core word wrong, well, if I got my bonus right and the core word wrong, I would still get 100. But if I got my bonus wrong and the core word right and all my core words right, then I would still get 100. So I just have to get 10 words right out of 11. And
You should do
guess
it on the
what?
map, please.
And I didn't have any homework. Come look. But my bonus got right, so I get 100. So I had one core word wrong and the bonus.
Is that, what week is this?
This week,
This current week's?
Friday.
Oh. Oh, okay, that was
And I
Friday.
got it right, and I hadn't even looked at my words.
Oh.
So I got 100.
Great. Well, it's because that it's starting out so easy, Morgan.
Oh yeah, I was lucky.
You.
I'm a horrible speller.
You know what? I
You
don't
and me
know why you
both.
say that, Morgan. You're a good speller.
No, I'm horrible. I'm a really good reader, but I'm a horrible speller.
I was a bad speller, and my dad figured out how to make me a perfect speller.
How?
He would give me a strap for every word I got wrong.
Oh.
So he'd give us like a test of 100 words. I had to get like 25 wrong. That was like 25 straps. You only do that
What
once or
straps?
twice. And you get them all perfect next time.
Like a zip-up.
It's like a whooping with a leather belt with your pants pulled down.
You do.
Yeah.
What
I
are you
want-
doing? What is that, Morgan?
My handout.
Mm.
What I need, can
What do
you
you do?
go? I just have to read the subtraction rule in each box, follow the rule to right, and answer in each box. The first one.
Oh, I see.
And done for you. And look, but wait, each bat would be 3.5. Mommy, can we call and ask if somebody can come over tomorrow?
Who do you want to come over?
It's in advance. Me. It could be 9 o'clock in the evening, so we.
Who do you want to come
I'm
over?
thinking, like, maybe like. I don't really want the girls to come over. I haven't been in the mood for that.
Have a trip.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm just not ready. It's to the weather. You don't need a script to say that. I
Okay.
mean, you can make stuff up.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like perfect.
Okay.
Now in real life, you can use scripts, of course, but I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Just see. I don't think she's gonna listen very well, and I'm not up for that.
Okay.
Okay, so my day was beautiful at school.
Sure.
Mom, ask me how much Spanish I know.
How much Spanish do you know now, Morgan?
No, say, do you know Spanish?
Can you speak Spanish, Morgan?
Sí, un poco.
That
Yes, a
A
little.
little bit, yes.
That's what she taught me. I know la mamá and el papá and sí un poco. You go like sí
Yes.
un poco.
Yes.
And I
That would be my response. Sí, un poco.
you know,
Muy poco.
what's muy poco?
Very, very little.
Well, at least you can answer them. I know la mamá. This is what I know by heart. If I had a really hard question, I can answer them. I know la mamá, el papá in Spanish, like I do in English. I know them as well as I do in English. I probably know English a little bit, but el papá, la mamá, sí, these are single six. That's all I put with six. So I'm pretty good at Spanish. And I know si un poco.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Keep going on your homework.
I'm trying.
You know, I used to make rows of color, like pink to white, and yellow, white, light yellow to, through orange up to green. But now I just use pure colors, because to mix a cerulean blue with this ochre or sienna, you get a more interesting color if you keep the colors less mixing as possible.
Really?
You actually try to, like these colors I put here, they're only put together by the minimal amount of color, and it makes it much more exciting. It's something that I've learned over the years. You have to be a little more brave. I painted with this row palette for 10, 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Mom, I think I even
How long have you been doing it this way?
The last 5 years.
Yeah.
So,
Mom, I'm thinking about Stevie or Bagley and Stevie, and if Steve's not available, call Alex.
is this to come here tomorrow
Yeah.
while I'm painting?
No.
How are you going to do that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Not really. I mean,
What time are you thinking of coming?
well, the only thing I'm trying to do is paint the flesh in a darker color. Don't use so much white.
Don't use so much what?
White. Don't paint the whole canvas in at least a step and a half below white. So
Why?
it just allows you to have more control over the emotion of the canvas.
Really?
If you have white in the canvas, a lot of white, or even a lot of white on the, like in scale from 1 to 5, stay out of the 1 to the 1.5 lightness. That way when you want to use that lightness, it's very much more effective.
Oh, I see. Kind of a more of a contrast because you use the darker color. And then
Well,
use the light?
you can paint the whole painting in one value range if you
Really?
wanted to.
Really?
There's always, just give a limited scan of value, you can paint the whole painting in that. But of course you don't want to
Mom,
do
look,
that.
she put good work on.
What would it look like?
Dark, if you were working dark, it looks like it's a fog.
Really?
It's whether a light fog or a dark fog, but if you see a person in the fog, you can still see all the subtleties. It's also true if you look at long distance, everything starts to even out, become even.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have a high-powered telescope and you're looking a mile away in haze, a person still looks like who they are, but
Right.
they become in the value range, so that's important in painting. It allows you more form. If you limit the colors into a narrow range, that means your darks are more effective and your lights are more effective. But technically you don't want to use them at all. It's very difficult. I don't even know how to do it, and I've been painting all my life.
Oh, your life even when you were hurt?
Huh?
How did you get started painting?
No, I was able to paint
When you were hurt, you were
easily,
painting?
and I easily got a likeness of people. So that'll get you started. To make it, it's not so difficult to paint.
I might be an artist when I grow up.
Did you take a lot of art classes? Have you had a lot of training or no?
I studied under a master. He taught me how to paint.
Yeah.
Mr. Cowan. I met him. I found his work. I liked it. I tracked him down, and then he allowed me to study under him. He paid me really.
Really? Wow.
I prefer that way of learning, to get paid. I think the student should get paid.
Well, yeah.
I'm looking for a good student myself.
Really?
Sure, I could pay somebody.
What would they do? Like in this instance, would they do parts of this?
No, they would haul all the stuff.
I see.
I'm getting old. I have to have somebody haul my stuff. They make coffee for me. They pick up my laundry. They run errands for me, so I gives me more time to work.
Do you like
I
my
see.
case?
And then in exchange, they get to work on their own work and not tell them what to do.
Oh, I see.
So you're filling that up with words?
Mm-hmm.
That's similar?
Mommy, can you go get me?
I would paint jewelry, pants, shirts, animals, anything he was not really excited about painting. He would paint all the faces. And I guess I got to do a lot of hands.
How did you know when did you stop studying under him?
He really got
Mommy, my
kind of,
pencil needs to be sharpened.
Okay.
he got kind of oppressive. It was a lot like working under Liberace
Oh.
or a great diva of some sort.
Uh-huh.
It's very, very intense ego.
Yeah.
And of course he had painted everybody in the world. And
In the what?
in the world, he's painted more royalty than any other living artist.
Really?
He's very fashionable.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, the apprentice has to leave. Can't live under
Right.
that oppressive. You know, of course, I
Mommy, my pencil needs to be sharpened.
guess I don't have that kind of stories to tell my apprentice, so he might have to stick around the rest of his life. I wouldn't be so averse to him just staying and working for me.
How do you get an apprentice?
I don't know. It's impossible.
Really?
Generally, they have to find you.
Really? Huh.
They'll give them motivation to stick it out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just. I guess it's not really fashionable to hire an apprentice.
Really? Was it then?
It
When you
has
did
been
this?
traditionally in fashionable portrait painters.
Uh-huh.
Take a plastic knife.
Not many, I guess, have gone on to be as great as their master.
I think you're pretty good.
Well, thank you. So,
Take the back.
The part of it is practice and knowledge and taught, and a lot of it is just inborn talent, huh?
for the master, it's like the fantastic ball player. He's born with this talent.
Yeah.
He doesn't
You
really
can't
know. He
teach
gets in
that.
this slump too, and
Really?
he may be able to teach his skills, but that innate
Oh.
talent, I guess, is important to be
I see.
there.
Then I guess it makes sense.
You can't
Mom, my pencil's looking.
learn genius.
Right.
Mom, my color's looking low. My pencil is looking low.
Okay, just a minute.
Oh, I don't know. Let the critics fight it out.
Yeah. Well, that's something else too. Is having people judge your work, like that. But you may think it's the most.
How are you gonna on my cover?
On the book, on the painting.
Well, where's the front of the book?
Ouch! And skin.
Well, there's always something here along the spine.
Yeah.
See? So that's a.
Looks like you got chicken pox or something.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, chicken pox.
So-
she drew them and
Helen was really cooperative today. She went to sleep and allowed me to take care of a 2-year-old.
Oh.
So it's hard to paint and
Yes.
take care of a
a
2-year-old.
2-year-old, definitely.
Normally I have to stay in her room till she goes to sleep, but she was nice to me
You
today.
know what?
Just nice
When
that
I
she
was a little kid,
cooperated.
I painted right here on the wall, right here.
When you were little.
No, she did it last time. Whatever. Celery soup. And we had some pineapple.
You've got to be extra careful now. You've got to be very attentive to this.
Hey, I wonder where my spring flower was. What? My spring flower. Your what? My spring flower. Your spring flower? Yeah, I flowered and it lands anywhere I want it to.
See, when I'm here, I'm trying to work on her facial color. You know, your color of your face is different than Morgan's.
Watch me.
I'm
Watch what an elephant does.
But
And you're
Wanna
darker
see
than me.
how an elephant walks?
I use the white of the canvas for the paint, and it's very subtle, the color.
How an elephant walks it in.
I don't know what you
Neither do I.
Hmm?
She said, "How? Do you want to see how an elephant walks again?" And we said, "We've already seen it."
Are you an elephant walker these days?
Huh?
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Trim.
Reggie, I can barely see
Give me.
because my bangs are in my way.
Stop. There. I got it.
Are you cheerleading the team at the school?
No.
What are you cheerleading?
Raiders.
Oh,
Ready to go,
Raiders.
Go,
We
Raiders.
won competition last year and this year. Last year we were the state champions too because we won state. This year we are too.
Everyone in this, every place in the state you tried to go against, but you won.
Yep.
Even though, whoa, you were like defeated. My soccer team, we try, really, we try. But the best we've had is a tie. Never won. For 2 seasons straight.
I think you got just a
2 whole seasons. We haven't won.
small team, or
No, we have the same
We have
amount
a
of people.
humongous
as them. We have a normal amount.
are you on the same team?
No. I was the head one because I was the tallest.
What do you mean the head?
Like they have a head person that usually like takes the ball away, like the stealer.
Oh, what? You use balls for cheerleading?
No. When I was a soccer player, we don't use pom poms either. I don't like pom poms.
And what?
Sure.
I don't like pom-poms.
Don't like
I-E.
what?
I mean M-A-G-G-I-E.
How do you spell your name?
M-A-G-G-I-E.
She used to say it was just G-G-I-E.
Yeah. What's your given name? Margaret. Margaret.
How do you spell Margaret?
M-A-R-G-E-T. Something like that.
How do you spell it?
She doesn't know. Neither do I.
You can spell Margaret several ways.
Yeah. M-A-D-R-E-A-T. No, that would be Margaret. Rat. Do you know how to spell rat?
The same way as you, but I don't feel.
Rat. You can spell it G-R-E-T-E.
Grat.
Gret.
Rat.
Oh, rat.
What do you think it was? What do you think I said?
Well, Margaret could be Margaret. Hey, and I just whatever.
How do you spell your name? How do you spell your name?
Something. That's how she spells her name.
How do you spell your name, Maggie? I'm gonna say M-A-G-G-I-E.
M-A-G-G-I-E. Go.
Yeah.
E-I-G-G.
Well, it sure did turn cold today.
A-M.
I mean I.
Look how Jose.
G-I-E.
Can you say E?
Generally,
He's
when
the
I've
camera's
explained this yesterday, when you mix color, you want to mix two colors together to make the color that you want if you
Not
can.
like 3 or 4.
3 or 4 is not
It just
as good
makes
as
black.
just 2. So to make flesh, like I can mix this violet with that green, and it makes a gray. It's an interesting gray. And
Look at the
if you mix this
Oreo.
violet with this yellow,
Look at
then
my
interesting
Oreo.
gray also.
Look at
The Oreo.
Don't you think so? The flesh is violet?
Mine?
It's got violet in it and the grays, if you look at the gray area. You've got to use your imagination a little bit, but it has red in it,
I just pulled this
violet,
out.
and yellow.
I just like went.
This is red in it's itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that you will for the first time today.
Oh, put your hand down. I'm gonna hit it.
Now you see, in this painting here that I'm using as a model, there's a well-defined light and dark area. I'm trying to do the same thing here. We have the light area and the dark area. The dark area is over here.
Where? It's like a shadow.
Let's be careful now. Yeah, the shadow. You want to establish a well-defined light and dark area. And the funny thing about it is that you can't use white to establish the light area.
If I look at my eyebrows, it looks more like. It looks more like
white.
No, in my eyebrows it looks more big. It just looks like you just dab brown, but mine it looks
These
more.
eyebrows, they're not,
Where's Morden's
they usually get defined later. That's why these seams here, the white area I left out, it's a very delicate area and needs to be dealt with near when you more get the general mass of the face in.
You need a really skinny brush.
Well, you don't, it's not the skinniness, it's just that these lines are needed to be defined later. You slowly work into that, but
How come she has a red eye? Like part of a red eye?
over here,
Uh-huh.
well, everybody's eye is pink on the corner.
Because when you turn it, it just...
You would normally, it's got to be there, but you got to realize that I'm painting by taking the paint off the canvas. You can see the canvas through here.
Uh-huh.
It's very important to use the canvas as your as part of your coloring because it offers such a beautiful surface.
You just need to like get those mixed in together. I think because
Beat it off.
you're doing more talking.
Let him do his job.
Get off of me. I'm a little 2-year-old.
Who?
Me.
Oh, you're a little 4-year-old.
No, I'm not. That's my sister.
Oh, you're a little 7-year-old.
I'm a little 9-year-old. That's not little anymore, though.
Well,
I'm
this
just a preteen.
Oh, preteen is like 12.
No? Yeah, at least 12.
This isn't. Dory's 10 and
No, Dory's 11.
oh yeah.
At least 12. She's always
You
1 year
put
old.
me down. You put me down.
No, 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 no.
Keep me down on the ground. You heard me. Keep me down. Keep me down onto the ground.
Watch out,
Keep
Morgan.
me down. Keep me down on. Stop until I think
I'd rather stay home at my house.
what?
It's fun to stay home.
Oh,
Nobody's
no, it
there.
isn't after a while.
Nobody's there.
Is it not fun or fun?
Oh, it is fun.
How come?
Well, you get to do whatever you want.
No.
I can't do that until I'm 12.
I can do that, but I don't want to. I don't feel safe.
Well, that certainly is an important factor. You have to feel safe. Hardly can stay home alone with the not feeling.
Just the rule, I can't even watch PG-13 movies until I'm 13. That's why they're called PG-13.
So what movies have you missed out on?
A lot.
Oh, name one that you wanted to see you couldn't see.
I wanted to see Tomb Raiders
what?
too.
What?
Tomb Raiders too.
Let me think what it's called. Dude, where's my car?
Oh. Well, that probably is still going to be watchable when you get that age. You'll still be able to rent it as take it out to the library.
We're gonna own it.
Who should?
No, Cisa. Like Cisa preferred.
Dad,
It's a spell checker.
Well, that's something that tells you if you misspelled a word.
And is it electric?
Yeah, are you allowed to use computers at school?
We have a computer.
Are you allowed to do your homework on a computer?
Well, we sort of.
I guess you don't really have to write stories yet, or maybe you do.
We have to write down stuff. No, well, yeah, we do write down stories. We write paragraphs.
Yeah. I've been working much all the way. It's like going to school.
You hate that.
Well, it's once it gets past this stage, you feel like you've got something accomplished.
I think you got something accomplished already.
Well, thank you.
You have accomplished.
But you never did say why you went with the bangs. Did you just like them long, drawn out? You're not like going after some look you know about or somebody else, or oh, there comes Dad.
Oh wow, you got the glasses on now.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is kind of a shade from that bright light, so that always helps. And but it's been a lot of fun to come over here. I never get to have this privilege.
You're being facetious.
Oh, I tell you, it's impossible to get people to sit for you.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know why, but I try to make it as easy as possible. But
It's hard to sit here.
I it's so much easier. I guess the last one I painted was a 2-year-old, so it couldn't really. But it was a surprise for the mother. See, you can do that. So I had to sneak over in the evenings when she was in pottery class, and I couldn't bring my paints because you leave the smell.
Yeah.
I was only able to go over there and photograph until I got a lot what I wanted. Well, anyway, it's so much more enjoyable to have a model. How's it going over at the Fellows? Yeah.
Fine.
Do you ever look back on last November as campaign blues, or do you ever think of that? I guess you did. I thought about it.
The best thing that could have happened to me is
No.
losing.
Oh,
Not
no,
up
so
here.
I guess then you're just right. In another year or two, somebody come along and think that you can.
Couldn't be doing the other if I had won. I could apply for a state grant.
Well, that's for sure. Those things take every bit of your time.
Well, it'd be illegal.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's like I'm just-
Well, I'm gonna go change.
Okay, great. We're hanging out in here in 2 nights.
Ouch!
Oh,
My pig stuck in it here. Can't believe
It's Honey. She's lost. Stop!
Are you okay? Let me get this seat.
Boys don't play. Boys don't play.
Boys play with girls, Maggie.
I guess it's easy.
So, Morgan, I forgot.
What?
What are your hobbies?
Reading. That's one of my other hobbies. I don't think I can live without having. I don't think I could have one day without reading. And one word. That'd be impossible for me.
I have my computer read to me when I'm working.
I can live for a day. I already learned before. I already tried.
Do you have your own computer?
My friend does. So it's on a computer and it's real cool. It's like, wow, please learn your computer.